Hi, I'm Parry Aftab, and I run the world's largest internet safety group, wiredsafety.org. I'm also an internet privacy and security lawyer. I donate all of my time to protecting your kids and mine online these days. To do so, I go to the real experts, the preteens and teens. And I've been working with your kids tonight, very late in a lockdown, and talking to them about what they're doing and what they've learned. I think you'll be impressed. I have. And if we can work together on getting them out there and helping themselves and each other, helping you learn more about the internet, not overreacting, but being there the way you should, I think we're all going to have safer kids who are changing the world.
Ken, do you use the internet?
No, because my dad never lets me. We used to, though.
You used to? What did you use on the internet?
We used to play games, and there was a game called Dino Dash. We played a Barbie game when I was 5, and then we had a ton of games to play on the internet.
And now you don't use it?
No, because I broke it.
You broke it? Well, what do you know about the internet?
That internets can have viruses.
Can have viruses. That's a good one. You know how you can always tell when an internet has a virus? The computer starts sneezing a lot. It sneezes and it coughs. You can hear the computer cough. Is that true? If your computer has a virus, does it sneeze and then get a fever and cough?
No.
No. Who has viruses that way?
No one.
The people do, but not computers. What does a virus mean for a computer?
Like, it's not working and it doesn't really work that good.
So, is the internet good or bad?
It's a little bit good because you can play games on it and search for stuff like animal reports.
Right? Is it bad at all?
Not really.
So, do you ever worry about bad things that can happen on the internet?
A little, because it could shut down and stuff. And that won't be good. It can also fall on you.
It can fall on you. Boy, if your computer falls on you, boy, it can go right then. So, if you had a friend who came here from like another country and she was 10 years old and she never used the internet before, ever, and you were going to help her be safe on the internet and use it the right way, what would you tell her? 3 things.
I would tell her you shouldn't, like, press all the keys in. You could mess it up. And you shouldn't, like, push it. And you shouldn't, like, pick it up and stuff.
Good answers. That's a really good answers.
Let's say a 12-year-old comes here to the base, and she comes from another place far away, and she never ever had the internet ever in her life. And you are going to teach her how to be safe on the internet. You're going to tell her 3 things for the first time she used it. What would you tell her?
Don't get information that will reveal your identity, or don't put your picture online. Make sure that you don't, if the people ask you if you want to go, if you want to meet them someplace, say no, because it would probably be an older guy trying to hurt you. And the third one is, I'd say, if you want to be, if you want to stay alive, you shouldn't go on MySpace and stuff if you are very, very bad of blurting out stuff about you and stuff.
If we were going to tell MySpace something, what would we tell them?
I'd say, don't let guys over 14 go online.
That could be dangerous then. Do you think? Newsweek with me, and I said to the kids, what do you do online that your parents would kill you if they knew about? So all the kids raised their hands. And one kid said, well, there's this girl in school and she's really fat, so we built a profile on AOL saying, I want all the extra pizzas you can send me. And another kid said, I go to porn sites. And there was this one boy in the room, he was 12. I send death threats. I said, excuse me? I send death threats to people on the internet. I say I'm going to kill them. I said, you do what? I tell them I'm going to kill them, and I'm the best researcher in my class, he said. In social studies, I do research better than anybody anywhere. And you know what? I can like research people on the internet because they tell people things. So I know, like there was this lady, and she just painted her house a new color, and she got this car. It was a Ford Taurus, and it was like a black one. And she has a daughter named Shannon who's 15. And I took all this research and I wrote it down because I'm the best researcher in my class. And I said, yeah, I know, you told me. And he said, and when I got all this information, I sent her an email and I said, hello, I just drove by your house and I saw you painted it yellow. And you have a new black Ford Taurus. And I saw you and your daughter Shannon getting out of the car last night. Oh, by the way, I'm going to kill you tomorrow. Now, do you think this woman knows that he's got pennies in his penny loafers? So, we sat through a lot and you heard some stories. And you saw what other kids were saying. Did you learn anything?
Yes.
Yeah? What'd you learn?
I learned that it happens to a lot of people. It's not just this one thing that happens to the easiest kid. It happens a lot and it's out there, so you have to watch.
And it's just not certain people, even the smart kids.
Even smart kids.
You cannot trust almost everybody online, only your friends and people you know.
Sometimes people can give you different numbers and you can tell them what your name is, where you live, and your phone number, so then they can call you and try to threaten you.
You shouldn't go anywhere and meet anybody without an adult and without parent supervision.
That it doesn't just happen to older kids, that it really does happen to little kids, like her age, or the 3-year-old, like you said. And you're right, it happens that easily.
That you really, when you're on MySpace or something, you really shouldn't give out so much information like where you're from, your address, your phone number. You shouldn't give out that information without an adult.
That doesn't happen just to girls, guys. It happens to 1/3 of the kids as guys too.
Good answer. You got that stat right too. That's very important.
That one of the big things that I was doing is that, like, if one of my friends had said it was them, then I really thought it was them. But one of the things I learned how to be cautious about is that you don't know 100% that it is them. So also be careful not to give out personal information. And even though if you trust that person, just make sure, like, be cautious.
That you don't give out any information unless you're already friends with them. Like in case you knew them and then you left, then you can give them info, but don't do it to other people.
You shouldn't, when somebody asks you to meet them somewhere, you shouldn't meet them, because if you don't know them, you don't know if they're older or about like your age.
The bad guys lie about their age. Some of them think that they're 15, but they're really 37 or probably 45.
Don't start any online relationships. It just leads to a bad ending.
Good.
Never take anybody for granted, because you don't know if they're an adult, a kid, an old lady, an old guy.
Actually, the two things. Don't say anything don't say anything you're gonna regret, and if you don't know them, don't talk to them.
That even if like you have a little sister or a little brother, you really, if they go on the website, you need to look out for them, because they're somebody important to you. They're your relatives. You really need to look out for them more than you look out for yourself. Also, it's not like, I think I'm safe. It's like, what about all the other kids? It's like, you may be safe, but like you could help by like telling everyone like you're doing. And it's just a wonderful thing, because like maybe I'm safe, but does she know the information that I know? Does she know the information that I know? It's just really...
And then when you tell kids, oh, you should watch out for this, it's like, we're the lucky ones. We know you came to us, but there's a lot of so many other kids that don't even know. And they're on it every day, and they think they're experts, and they're not even.
So careful, but...